These are just bad people. If I were writing a scandal, a school district scandal like this, I couldn't even think to make it up like this if I tried. The public education system in this state is a hellhole with actual demons and freaks running the show. Get your kids the hell out of public school. Welcome back to Come and Take It. I don't know what the hell is in the water in Texas, but there has been an explosion over the last several weeks of just all of these perverts in school districts across the state just being exposed. Boom, 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 one after the other, after the other. Here's some. Teacher's aide admits intimate relationship with student. That whale that you see was involved with a middle schooler, by the way. Middle school typically is ages 11 to 13. Intimate relationship with a middle schooler. What? Collinsville ISD coach on leave over misconduct allegations. This is a high school baseball coach accused of inappropriate communications with a student. Mount Pleasant teacher accused of sex crimes against student. And this was a special education teacher's aide. Killeen band director resigns after police find inappropriate photos. These were inappropriate communications on his phone and pictures with school-aged children on his phone. Center ISD athletic trainer accused of sexual misconduct with student. Ferris ISD teacher faces felony for child sex abuse material. Sealy ISD teacher accused of sexually grooming student. Mesquite Academy teacher jailed for child sex abuse material. This is just since the beginning of November. I didn't go back years, multiple years, to provide to you all of those headlines. This is just from November 1st, guys.
What we need to do now is get focused and stop pointing fingers. You're a problem. You're a real problem.
Get your kids the hell out of public school. I don't know how much more I can say. By the way, in addition to that, on that note, the Celina ISD scandal that I covered a few weeks ago, which, by the way, we will go ahead and include that video in the link to this, in the description to this, because you definitely need to watch it if you have not. The Celina ISD scandal that I covered a few weeks ago, this was one of the most egregious school cover-ups, district cover-ups of a sexual predator that I have ever seen. Ever.
It pissed me off.
This one continues to develop. The latest is that the pervert football coach who was filming boys in the locker room and making, boys just do like nude jumping jacks while he's staring at their genitalia is now facing federal child exploitation charges. And I gotta say, it couldn't happen to a more deserving piece of human garbage.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes!
Allegedly a piece of human garbage, these are all just accusations at this point. They haven't played out yet in court, except he did it. I'm sure of it, in my opinion, okay? That's just my opinion based off of what I'm seeing. I know these kids aren't lying, and he did it, and this couldn't happen to a more deserving piece of human garbage. Now, you would think, when you hear a scandal, just the summary itself, what I just told you, a football coach was filming boys in the locker room and making a child strip down and do jumping jacks nude. You would think that Celina would be the only scandal in, call it like a month or two at least, where we're talking about a football coach doing something that egregious. But unfortunately, that's not the situation we find ourselves in. Let me read you the latest. Student's family sues Edinburg coach over nude exercise.
Are you kidding me?
Here's what happened from TexasScorecard.com. Raul Rocha, the father of an Edinburg Consolidated Independent School District student, is suing Robert Vela High School's head football coach, Ernie Alonso. Rocha is also suing Edinburg CISD athletic director Oscar Salinas and the principal Michelle Pena, but not the school district. According to the lawsuit in March 2024, Coach Alonso ordered Rocha's son to, quote, perform strenuous physical exercise completely nude. Rocha claims that when his son attempted to this part really really does it for me, really raises my blood pressure. When his son attempted to preserve any shred of dignity by covering himself with underwear, the coach, Alonso, threatened the student and ordered him to remain nude. Now, here's how this happened. Alonso intentionally sought out the minor plaintiff while he was in the shower and unreasonably and without justification forced him out of the shower to perform exercises for defendant Alonso's own gratification. It goes on, the exercise served no purpose beyond humiliation and domination. Following the act, the coach secluded himself for unknown and suspicious reasons. By the way, the lawsuit alleges that there were multiple students that had this. There were multiple students that had this happen that were victims as well. Guys, first of all, I know I say this every time, but I feel like I must hammer home. If this ever was my son, I would be in jail for homicide. And by the way, I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube. You guys all know what I'm thinking. You guys all know what I was actually about to say. I know that you do because I know that you feel it. If you're a parent, I know that you feel what you would want to do to somebody who would do that to your child.
Wow, no.
But when it comes to public schools in Texas, the fox is in the hen house. Okay? Think about the arrogance an adult must have to commit such a crime, like such a gross violation. And think what? Like have the arrogance to think this is not going to come out eventually? Like a boy isn't going to understand inherently that his coach pulling him out of the shower and forcing him to exercise in front of him naked and then suspiciously taking a few moments to himself is entirely messed up. Like he's not going to see that. Like he's just never going to mention it to his parents, never mention it to any of his friends. No one. He's just not going to think twice about it. Like you've got to be out of your mind. Totally insane. Or believe yourself to be so untouchable. Because that's the recurring theme in these school districts. In the Celina ISD case, nobody wanted to disrupt the football program. They're having a great year. It was like 7-0. No losses. We're going to state again, guys. We're going to win the championship. We can't disrupt all the football, man. Football over everything. Football over children's innocence. Yeah, man, football. Here, it appears that this guy was hired even though he already had a shady history at another school because of his connections, because he knew people. Here's it from the article directly from the lawsuit. The lawsuit claims Alonso's previous tenure at McAllen ISD was, quote, marred by troubling allegations of inappropriate behavior, end quote, but that Alonso was hired due to deep ties to the powerful political machine in Edinburg and the patronage of a high-level athletics administrator, Oscar Salinas. He never should have been there. Just like so many of these cases, the schools are passing the trash to other schools. The districts are passing the trash to other districts. They're allowing these people who they know have a track record of being inappropriate. McAllen ISD, he was inappropriate there. It should have been ended right there. But these schools and these school districts, they're covering for these people. They're allowing them to quietly go into the night. Go get a job at a different district. Shh, we don't want to have to deal with it. We don't want to have to deal. I mean, can you imagine the paperwork that's involved in like filling out all the forms, having to tell on this predator? We'd rather not.
Seems like a lot of work.
Let him go on down the road. What do I care if it's not my district? And in some of these cases, what do they care if it is in their district as well? He should have never been there, but he was. And because predator's gonna predator, we know that, okay? If he is a predator, he's going to continue to be a predator. So, I'm so shocked. He did it again. Of course he did.
Oh, most definitely.
And when he did, the family says that they met with the coach, the school administrators, and the school's district attorney, and they all admitted that he did it. The attorney apparently said that the discipline that was administered was not appropriate. That we agree. I agree. Everybody agrees. Coach agrees. And on behalf of your son who comes to our school, I'm sorry. Now, these administrators included the athletic director, the superintendent, and school board members. On top of who I just said, the coach, the school district's attorney. And apparently they said at the time to this family, we just want to apologize to him. It actually happened. So they admitted that it happened. And then would you like to guess what happened next? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Because the educational industrial complex does not care about your kids. They care about perpetuating their own machine, period. Period. They do not care about your children. How insulting to sit there and look that family in the eye and tell them, he did it. He said he did it. He's really sorry about it. We all believe that it happened. But by the way, we are going to give him 0 disciplinary measures. And your son is going to be forced. He will be forced to every day be exposed to this predator. Every day to have to relive that every single time he sees this guy. Because he's still there. Because, football and everything. Just tell your son to deal with it. I don't know, get him a therapist or something. Not our problem. I mean, it is wild. They're not even trying to pretend. There's just nothing. They don't care. They care about everything except the children. They care about their pay. They care about covering for their own. They care about football. They care about your taxpayer dollars lining their pocketbooks, building new football stadiums, they care about everything other than what they are supposed to care about, which is the children. And on top of that, just in case you're wondering, I think you have already clarified, these are just bad people, just really bad people, okay? But in case you weren't clear on that, these very bad people, these people who are named in the lawsuit, including the coach, they claim that they have governmental immunity from being sued because they were just being teachers, right? They were just acting in their capacity. He was acting in his capacity as a teacher. Who among us, right? It's a normal teacher thing, I guess, to pull a student out of the shower and make him perform strenuous exercises, football drills. That's just a normal teacher thing, right? He goes to go get his underwear on and you're like, not so fast. I want to see you do it fully nude. Governmental immunity from this? You might as well claim governmental immunity for sleeping with your students. You might as well claim governmental immunity for asking a female student to give you a striptease. Well, it was on school property during school hours here. I mean, I had governmental immunity. This is what they said. All of the plaintiff's claims against defendants are barred by governmental immunity because all the alleged actions involved professional school employees exercising judgment, were discretionary acts. No defendant used excessive force, and there was no negligence resulting in bodily injury. Okay, let's just go back to this first one. All the alleged actions involve professional school employees. You could stop right there. That is not a professional school employee. A professional school employee would not do what that coach just did. So you can just end it right there. No, it didn't. The actions did not involve anyone professional. Exercising judgment? He exercised judgment. It was very poor judgment. Were discretionary acts? Yes, again, so would be sleeping with your student. So would be beating the crap out of your student. These are all discretionary acts. These are all teachers exercising judgment. using discretion. It's just wholly inappropriate. Like, it is mind-boggling. What kind of attorney do they even have? This school district attorney is like attending these meetings. He's like, we're real sorry, guys. And then like, what? That's fine. They'll just go away. Oh, and by the way, if they sue you, we'll just say you were just acting as in your capacity as a teacher. Like, mind blown. Oh, let me give you one more. The defendants also claim, are you ready for this? The defendants also claim that the student was an adult at the time of the incident.
What?
He was 18. It was okay that his coach pulled him out of the shower naked and forced him to do naked exercises in front of him because he was 18. That is literally what they said in, this is written in a April 2024 ECISD police report.
What are the important things out there in Texas politics and Texas news that matter to you, and what can you do about it? That's what we want to bring you with the Luke Macias Show on a weekly basis for 20 to 30 minutes. That way you can get the information and go do something for the rest of your week. I look forward to coming to you every Wednesday.
I mean, like the audacity, the arrogance of these people. These are just bad people. Who in their right mind would be like, well, he was 18, so they were both consenting adults. Like, what? Do you even hear yourself? Are you living on the same planet as the rest of us? Like, if I were writing a scandal, a school district scandal like this, I couldn't even think to make it up like this if I tried. It's okay because he was 18. The public education system in this state is a hellhole with actual demons and freaks running the show. From the top down, an absolute freaking dumpster fire. Dumpster fire! These people are evil. And before you type the comments and before you send me the emails, do I think, or am I saying, or am I implying that every single person who works in public education, in the public school system, is an evil demon or a freak? No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, if you're not, you're in the minority at this point. These are the public educational industrial complex, because that's what it is run and infested by sick, evil, twisted freaks. Everything about the school districts is broken. But if you think that it stops at the schools or the school districts, you're wrong, because everything about education is broken in this state, including the TEA, the Texas Education Agency, because once again, I've done videos on this before. Go back. You know what? We'll link the one that I did on the TEA as well. Because the TEA has a history of doing exactly what I'm about to tell you, okay? State records show that this Coach Alonzo, was referred to the Texas Education Agency's misconduct reporting portal in April 2024 and again in May 2024 from two different sources for, quote, miscellaneous other criminal behavior. And the TEA did not open investigations into either complaint. See, the TEA has a long and sordid history of not doing that. So you think that you're getting some sort of accountability. You think they get to say, oh, well, look, we take complaints very seriously. We take allegations very seriously. Here in this portal, you can actually report misconduct and it's categorized and everything. Except the dirty little secret that they don't want you to know is that they're not even opening these reports. They're not even opening the complaints. And if they do open it, there's a good chunk of times that they just don't do anything with it. They open it, they read it, they say, oh, I guess our teachers were evil again today. Oh, I guess our teachers groomed another child today. Oh, I guess our teachers were being sexually inappropriate today. Pass. And they just don't do anything. It just sits there. Everything about education in this state is broken. Every mechanism that you think that you have to some sort of, obtaining transparency, or rooting out the bad apples or any of that. Everything you think, every mechanism you think you have in this state is just an illusion. Because you think that you can submit a complaint and that it will be dealt with and that it will be taken seriously, and oftentimes it is not. They did not open investigations. This is one of many such cases. They don't care about your kids. It is a machine to them, and that is all it is. Now, I will end on one thing that I do think is a silver lining in all of this. If there ever could be one, it is this. The new Texas law that they just passed, that was just signed into law recently, allows families to be able to sue, and it doesn't allow these schools to be able to use immunity, governmental immunity, to hide behind. And so if there is a silver lining to this, it is this: expect more lawsuits. Expect more lawsuits. And they should happen, because these lawsuits will help course correct. Okay? These school districts are going to see, even if it's a different school district, like, you don't think that other school districts are watching what's happening in Celina ISD going, well, we got to deal with our bad apples. We got to deal with our, predators. We got to deal with them, because if we don't, they're going to bankrupt our school district. So don't think for one second that they're doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. But the only way that these people will be stopped, will be held accountable, is by threatening their pocketbook. You know what? I'll take it. As long as they stop harming children, whatever stops them. I mean, I'd prefer that the public education system just be burned to the ground, but I realize, that's not going to happen. So expect more lawsuits, thankfully, due to this new Texas law. But if your kids are in public schools, they are in danger of so much. They are in so much danger. I implore you, please, 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 please take that seriously. Okay? They're in danger of being indoctrinated. They're in danger of being groomed. They're in danger of being exploited. They are in danger of so much, of being preyed upon by perverts and freaks. I just need for you guys to understand this. Okay? So we'll keep an eye on this case and all of the other. It's like I can't even keep up with it. Every day there's a new headline of a new teacher in a new school district that's trying to diddle kids. It's insane. It's totally insane. But we'll keep an eye on this one, as well as the Celina ISD and all of the other ones. I don't know. It's like there's not enough hours in a day to keep track of all of these freaks. But we will keep an eye on it, and we will see you next time on Come and Take It.